going to talk about our friends at Manscaped because they always come through for us. And I will say this, man, for those that listen to us, when we said, man, you don't want your jack-o'-lanterns looking real scary. You want to make sure they're smooth with no hair on them. I'm sure that they had a great time last night on Halloween because they were aerodynamic. I know for me, I ain't have a lot of sweat going on. I was smooth and ready to go, baby, like a ninja supposed to be, because that's what I dressed up as, being my little man. All right. But with that being said, man, shout out to Manscaped and their awesome products, as we talk about always, the Lawnmower 4.0, but their performance package, more importantly, is what I want to talk about today, because it's wintertime. It's wintertime. You need more than just the lawnmower, because the lawnmower is dope, but sometimes you gotta get the nostril hairs.
Right.
When the last time you shaved nostril hair? Well, the trimmers are actually in that 4.0 package. We talk about how when it gets a little warmer, you got to put more clothes on. Well, with more clothes, you might sweat a little more. Well, Deke, that's what the Crop Reviver is for. And don't forget the ball refresher, too. Because
right.
You got to have them refreshed, and they got to be revived. And then that way they can go out there for the people and have a little fun with the people. So with that being said, make sure y'all check them out. But as we always do when we're talking about any group, we talk about promo codes. And the promo code is MOATS. You use that promo code, 20% off your purchase, along with free shipping worldwide. Once again, Deke, free shipping worldwide. Does it get any better than that?
Hell of a deal.
Can't go wrong right there, ladies and gentlemen. So it's simple, Manscaped.
Now, you saw one name available. I don't want to jump the gun here or anything, but this is a hot topic. And
this came up this weekend too.
I think we should trade for him immediately. DeSean Jackson.
What are you talking about?
Take the top off the defense.
He definitely
a
does
burner.
that still, man.
You want to say for a third receiver right there? I mean, that'd be perfect. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
To have a 3 wide receiver set, we have DeSean Jackson.
Listen, if they think that Ray fits, and Ray still had like 15, 20 plays, in terms of like, no, that was not this week. I'm talking about a week ago, right? Think about how many plays that Ray had, right?
I think he got like 30 or 40%.
That was like 30, yeah. So when I think of DeSean's getting almost the exact same amount of snaps, or he was getting those amount of snaps in LA. But his role here, you're instantly taking shots with him. He's that type of guy. Whereas with Ray, we like his speed, but he's not necessarily a take the top off a defense guy. DeSean has that speed and is a take the top off a defense guy. I would like that. I can definitely see that, man.
He was at, he's been at 30%. He was at 27%.
Mm-hmm.
He was at 32% when he went off against Tampa Bay, 121 yards and a touchdown. 30%, 24. It was only 6% last week. Bro, James Washington was 40 or 47 in this last game. If we're getting rid of James Washington, even if we're not, I would love to have DeSean Jackson.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, till tomorrow, so.
It would be cheap to get him, too. How about just an Ebron for DeSean Jackson straight up?
If you're the Rams, though, do you need Ebron?
No.
Yeah, that's my only thing.
Ebron, 7th rounder, James Washington for DeSean Jackson. That's actually too much.
I feel like that's way too much.
Too much, but that would get the deal done right there.
Oh, it would, but I'm like, I don't want to give all that for D-Jack. Like, yeah, if this was like 3 years ago, but not right now.
Dude, that would be the perfect 3 wide receiver set because you know why he's out on the field then. We have our base stuff with the 2 tight ends, the 2 receivers, but then when we go 3 wide, it's like,
for a fact, if you're a coordinator, regardless of how many he's caught this season, when he shows up out there 3 in the slot, you're like, bruh, get them safeties back them up, get them out the box, back them up, because you know what he's capable of. You know he could do that. So yeah, I would definitely like that a lot.
So you're down with that move?
I would like that. 100% I would like that.
Chances we make it, I'm saying 0.1.
Slim, super slim.
That's unfortunate.
But I'm all for being surprised. And of lately, the Steelers have been surprising us. So, you know what? I'm not going to go in here and think that they won't surprise us. I won't keep my hopes up too high, but I'm all for them being able to surprise. Because I mean, we can go down the list these past 3 years of how many players that typically would never have come up on the radar, or typically would have never made a move for, whether it's the draft, free agency, or trade that we've done in these past couple of years. So I'm all worried. I don't think they'll go full LA Rams, but you know, I do think that I wouldn't put it past them to actually take a chance on someone.
Do you think he'd be happy enough with his role then here? Because it's almost the same thing in a way, but you think we'll feature him more.
I think,
if he's out there. Yeah,
because to me, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp out there, along with the tight end, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Higbee.
But it's like, I feel like with those 3 guys, it's clear, defined, and Stafford, he can hit those guys consistently as well. So throws that most quarterbacks might hesitate at, Stafford doesn't mind making those throws, and those guys get that, they can get the separation for that. And Woods is a super consistent catcher and things like that, right? Whereas here, we know our offense is a little bit different, right? It's not like how it used to be where it doesn't have to be the most separation, but we're still so confident we're airing it out, right? We talked about we're minimizing Ben's role a little bit more. A guy like DeSean, though, he creates a ton of separation when he's going vertical. And if he's not creating that separation, he's drawing a ton of attention with him, which is going to open it up for a Deontay, it'll open it up for a Claypool, or potentially a Pat Freiermuth. All of those things I feel like benefit DeSean as well as this offense in terms of how you would utilize those guys. And then, I mean, you just hope that you get a team that says, well, hey, DeSean, you're going to have to prove it to me. You're going to have to prove that you can still catch it. You can prove that you can still take the top off the defense. And that's when DeSean really gets a chance to highlight himself and thrive. And we know with Ben, arm strength isn't the question. Accuracy was, right? But when you're talking about hitting a guy that's downfield and DeSean typically gets a yard or 2 yards of separation, to me, that isn't as difficult. That's kind of like what we've been seeing when Ben has been able to hit Deontay Johnson early on in some of these games. Now, I'm mad that streak finally broke this week. I was like, bro, come on, man. We need another one. Like, that's been how we do on opening drives here. But either way, we got the win, so it's okay. But to me, I'm like, that's no different than those throws that he makes to him. He's shown that he can consistently hit that throw. He might not be able to hit some of these other ones downfield, but he's consistently hitting those. And to me, DeSean brings that element. He could do it consistently as well.